tell us, wait, you uploaded a video on YouTube. And wow, you're so brave, I must say.
Are you talking about my latest video?
Your latest videos. She's a brave woman, but let's find out what is it.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, what is happening, man?
I suppose you're talking about the video on YouTube yam, which
Sure.
is labeled Life After Divorce.
Sanibonani Mzansi Africa. It's in Lava Days and Minute, the conversation with Days and Minute. We welcome you to our favorite show and your favorite show also. Now our favorite show. Today we have one of the beautiful lady of which is Desiree D, and she is also a host in this show, but today, vice versa, she is a guest.
I wanted to say, it doesn't sound okay. Mauti Desiree, sing Twilight Desiree and Minute.
And today,
yeah.
Because guys, I want to make sure that I don't have any messy. Here we are, guys. Okay, this is a conversation with Daisy and Minute, but today we have only Minute. And then we have a sister here. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, tell us, wait, you uploaded a video on YouTube. And wow, you're so brave, I must say.
Are you talking about my latest video?
Your latest videos. She's a brave woman, but let's find out what is it.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, what is happening, man?
I suppose you're talking about the video on YouTube yam, which is labeled Life After Divorce, right?
Wow, life after divorce.
Yeah.
What is happening? Wait, what can we come and get you are days when divorce, and I think now you can do hip hop. You know, the way I'm on days at the divorce.
Yeah, I deal with the D's.
You deal with it.
Yeah.
Tell me, wait, Hamba.
Anyways, thank you for having me today as a guest. I don't know, you feel nervous, but
yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So I uploaded a video after I found myself.
After you found yourself.
For the first time, I think me sitting down and finally thinking, shoo, okay, I now know who I am, what is it that I want, the values that I want in life, and the worth that I am. Reason for that is after going through a divorce, I was miserable. You go through all the steps.
Sure.
So eventually I was like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm happy. For the first time in forever, I'm happy. So below video, I share everything.
You are happy for the first time?
For the first time in a while, yeah.
For the first time in a while?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, she's saying she's happy after divorce. Many people, they say divorce like is tiring and yeah, better.
Yeah.
How I just take to be happy
from that. Yeah, so as I mentioned, Uguti, for the first time I sat down and I was like, shoo, okay, now this is it. I think I'm finally happy. I did also mention, Uguti, there's stages. You know, I always say to people, divorce is like death, unfortunately. That's the most simplest way to explain it, because you go through those stages. The denial stage, the grieving stage, where you grieve because you lost your partner. It's like you're losing someone, but to death, but not exactly. But you lost someone that you built your life with.
Okay. So
and
which means when you're saying to death, it means that someone doesn't exist anymore in your life.
In your love life, yes. So you mourn them. You grieve. You know, you grieve. You go through the stage, and there's that stage where you depress. But what am I gonna do now? And then finally the happy stage. So you're not happy with yes, it happened, but you happy with okay, now I can finally live my life, finally be happy and stop crying, you know. Okay. So that's why I was sharing there is life after divorce. It's doable.
Wow. I think before we even go further, I have to ask this question.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
Emotionally.
Emotionally, yeah. Okay, how are you doing, man? After those
stages. So it was draining. I mean, emotionally it drainer, you know. For a person like me who got married young, and I think considering 5 to 6 years, I don't know, maybe it's not too long for other people, but for me it is quite a lengthy time.
It is a lengthy time because of what was happening within the marriage. Or it's just that you see, I know it's 5 years.
I think
Decide what happened.
Yeah, I think considering what happened, because other people don't prolong their marriage. If kunengxaki, you get people who are like, I can't do this, it's not for me. But if you were like, okay, I want to make it work, and then at the end you're like, okay, I tried my best, ngihleli. But coming back to your question, now I can gladly say I'm happy. I found me, and I'm doing life for me.
Which means the time you were in the marriage, you wasn't yourself.
Certainly yes. 80% of the time, I was not myself. Angifuna ukukhulumela abanye abantu, but I think
you wasn't yourself because of maybe because of which is always the talk. It's a submission, and also the sacrifice that you made throughout the marriage. What is it exactly that made you not
be myself?
Be yourself.
Remember, Maushadwa kuthiwa you become one.
Sure.
So you literally lose the I, you lose everything that has to do with you alone.
Sure.
With your partner. It gets worse when you have kids. It's like you don't exist anymore. Everything that you do, unfortunately, you do it for your partner and your kids. Sure. Not in a bad way, but you lose yourself in the process. You even forget, you know, what is it that makes me happy? You don't have your you time anymore, because that's important. Even though but everybody deserves to have your time, meaningless time. You need to not pay TV, but you need to have time to yourself. So in a marriage, you lose that person because you're always putting other people first, and not in a bad way. Sure. Your husband comes first. I see women, but they will clean, they will cook, they will do everything. But you know, so it's the simple things that matters. So that's why I said you lose yourself. You, even if you're not happy, but you're thinking of other people that are within your surroundings. So I can't leave, because what will I say to my child? I want to raise my child in this union. So you are no longer doing things for Wayne, but for other people. Yeah.
Which I don't think it's a bad thing.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not
a bad thing.
But
because I think your child is part of your life.
Yeah.
Your child is you, and you are your child.
You know what? It honestly is a contradiction, and I know we don't want to say it as parents. I want to put myself first, but you have to put yourself first. You cannot raise a child or broken. I cannot raise my daughter with me being a broken mother, or Baba Waki cannot raise her being a broken father. First, you have to be okay internally for you, so that you can transmit that happy parent to your child, so that you can raise a happy child.
What if you are trying to beat yourself because you're saying you can't raise a child while you are broken? That time when you're trying to beat yourself, because you are beating yourself, not your child, which means it might happen when a neglected level.
Yeah.
With child. What if that one ends a life, it ends a between you and the child, your relationship with your child being affected because you put yourself first, and it destroyed
the relationship with your child. Unfortunately,
not relationship, but
umntwana, yes. Because you're putting yourself first.
Because you're putting yourself first. Imagine when you put yourself, which means you
neglect. Yeah. So putting yourself first, I'm not saying bazali ebusuku ngo9 A1 and be like, I'm going there because I'm putting myself first. Sure. No, those are not the needs I'm talking about. I'm talking about internal needs, emotional needs that feed your emotions first. Be happy internally, not needs zokuthi ngidli pizza qala umntwana ngizomenzela isingwa. No, not those needs. But remember what I said, ukuthi it sometimes is a contradiction, because you're thinking ngenzela umntwana, that's why I'm staying, which is a good thing. But also, you want to leave because of your child. Your child cannot be seeing abazali bakhe fighting every day. It's not healthy also for her. Your child cannot might enjoy ngena a sitting room ongata ngesigubhu samanzi or something like the kids cannot see conflict, cannot be raised under conflict. It's not healthy for them also. So that's why it's a contradiction. But at the end, you have to be happy.
Okay, because of my time, guys.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to go, but I don't want to get what really happened in your marriage.
Okay.
That
so
lead you to beside Bunga Siwena. What really happened? Maybe there's somebody who's listening this video now as of go. What really happened? Ongachena abanye abantu who are in that stage.
Yeah.
Noma basazongena kuleso stage leso.
Yeah. So let me just sum it up kancane and also add in to what I meant when I said life after divorce. So it goes back to me saying you have to choose you and you have to find out who you are and what you like. So in my marriage personally, I look back now and I realize in the process I lost myself.
Sure.
In the process, I think also my ex-husband lost himself because one, you are putting your partner first, like I mentioned, you're putting your kids first, like I mentioned, and there's always conflicts.
Sure.
Number one negative factor that I can personally say I witnessed is you guys growing apart. You know, when you grow apart, it sounds like it's nothing, but it's big because if mina nawe, let's say we are a couple and sishadile, in our union we used to do things. Yes, it's just an example. That will never. So if we used to do things together,
sure.
Simple things like taking a walk in the afternoon,
sure.
And now we're not doing that anymore together. Now we not even watching a movie together because suddenly our tastes are different. I'm not saying our taste has to be the same, but I'm saying things now are changing. You know, okay. I find
change is painful.
Change is painful if you're not used to it. Change is painful because now we are supposed to go to who's this person that I'm sitting with. You know, I don't know you anymore. You suddenly find interest in things that you want to do alone.
Sure.
You don't find interest with things that we used to do together. So we drift apart and we're no longer saying the same things. We don't agree. We don't talk the same language. Even it affects umntwana because our values are so different that you have your opinion of raising our child. I have an opinion of raising our child. So you see, it does affect the whole family because I'd be telling you, no, umntwana cannot wear a short sleeve shirt because of 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna tell me no, I'm not gonna agree with that because I believe 1, 2, 3. So our values are different, number one, because we drifted apart. Number two, if there is lack of communication, if we don't communicate anymore, if I'm too scared.
It might happen to not communicate, staying in the same house.
It does
same
happen.
Room,
it does happen.
Same bedroom. I don't want to
it does happen. Honestly, if ngizobona ungena lana ngebox uthenge isihlangu esisha and we did not discuss that because I know ukuthi umntwana kana snack for tomorrow at school. There's no money. The only money we have is it's gonna last us until month end and you went shopping. It goes to that point ukuthi there's no communication. And I'm not saying the other partner will always do that. It's two-way. It's a two-way thing. I may also be lacking in communication, you know. And thirdly, emotional abuse, guys.
Emotional abuse.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize when it's happening. Someone will abuse you emotionally to a point where you don't even see yourself. You don't trust in yourself because why? All the bad things it was show you gave me, I ended up not even thinking I'm worthy, not even thinking I'm human now, you know. I put myself in this box yokuthi noma ngalungisi inwele zami kuyafana. I'm just gonna be here and be a mother and a wife. You understand? So people will say stuff that will damage you emotionally, or when things happen, they blame you all the time. When they doing bad stuff, they will always find a way to blame you in the process. So emotional abuse and unfortunately physical abuse, those are the things that I witnessed. And I think with the physical abuse, I was like, okay, no, this is it. I'm not gonna endure this forever. Can I continue causing your life after divorce, or is there something you want to say?
Oh, no, I was listening about emotionally, physical, ukungafani, ukunga-communicate. Really, those are the things ezibulala ngempela ubudlelwane bethu. But also, I have a question to say. Uke wayibona wena as somebody who you think you are a victim to the whole story, like the way you are saying it, even though you didn't say it straight, which I was the victim. I was the victim. But uke wayibona now doing some wrongs, and because many people, they complain when it comes to women, they say women, they can't say sorry.
Yeah.
They're always right.
Yeah.
And us as men, we can't talk. So we can't even try to convince her ukuthi wrong kangakanani. But we go on stage la khona ubona khona ukuthi okay, here I done it wrong.
Yeah.
But angithulanga isikhathi sokuyilungisa because of naye vele ungenzile. So I think was the way for me ukuthi ngiphindiselele.
Yeah. You know what? I think honestly and personally, I'm gonna say I do not blame the other partner for everything entirely. That one I will proudly say. Hence, maybe I never even for once tried to turn my divorce into a wrestling court, or I'm fighting him or this and that, because I always thought we both at the end tried to make it work. I mean, we didn't get married. One day we're gonna get a divorce.
Sure.
If it didn't work, it's not because of one party. Maybe when he did some of the things, I didn't try hard enough to make it work. Yes. Or let me make an example. If when I said people grow apart and they don't communicate, with us growing apart, maybe he found his new interest and where's a new interest? Maybe I thought, okay, let me sit back, or let me also go my way and do my own things.
Okay.
So yes, I will say it's not him 100%. I played a role. I mean, we're all human. And I know we don't want to say, okay, but Nami, I must have done something. But we all contribute, you know. We all contribute, even though it's difficult to say, to admit, which I may have contributed. And you know, they will say, fight for your marriage, try and make it work. Maybe I didn't try enough, I don't know. But what I knew at that time is I could do better. I want to feel better, and I want what's best for me this time. You see yourself
training.
Yeah, you see yourself being trained on daily basis, and when you know it's enough, then you know it's enough no matter what.
Oh, guys, nice way like I would say story side sitting. But we also have one question or two questions. Okay, we have one question, and then see Vale get life after divorce.
Yeah.
But we have one question. Since in a divorce, like so when you sick corner, which you know babili, like kuna family, kuna ingane and everything. Ayithatha kanjani leyo nto le from your family to your children?
I mean, it's difficult. Like I said, no one gets married to get a divorce tomorrow. So it's difficult for everybody because we all want to see people happy, people raising their kids or child together, especially abazali. I think bonke abazali, they want us to be happy. They want us to be a union, you know.
And they want the marriage, which is
to work, yes. So it does affect a lot of people. Remember, marriage is putting two families together. So if Nufugana, it means all the hard work, all the love, the sacrifices, it's all going down the drain. But at the end, if your family understands that it's for you and not them, unfortunately, they have to support you. All they can do is be there for you. So it did contribute bad to our families, to our kids. But in the end, it's all about us and not them. As long as we're happy, I think that's what matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about it, man. Life after divorce.
Guys, life after divorce. Yo, uhlangana nominenhle.
Doing what? Ask you to marry you.
Asking,
Yeah.
no, asking what
But,
happened.
you don't know. Like I'm coming from KwaZulu Natal. Then I have my wife there, and it's washing. But at least God bless for me, team. But say now, so what happened, man?
So life after divorce. I mentioned the stages, the grieving stages.
Sure.
Those stages happen, and it's whereby you find other people, couples, they get back together after divorce. Some people do. Abanyamantu, they separate, even divorce, and then you find them months later they're back together.
Sure.
It's because of that stage. So for me, if I'm a back and forth, they will always be there. Unfortunately, we are humans. But I must say, I went through all of them: depression, mourning, grieving, crying, wanting to rather die. You know, you don't know how to face people. You don't know uzoti nebantwini. You see yourself as a failure. But I want to say to everybody out there, men, women, it is possible to start over.
Yes.
It is possible to explain to your children why you couldn't make it work, and they will understand. It might not be immediately, they might blame you, but in the end, they will understand. You will pick up those pieces, you will start over. It is possible. Don't let a situation ruin your whole life. It's there to make you stronger. It's there to teach you something. Life is not about roses and peaches every day. Funeka sidlule ezintweni to make us strong. I mean, it's life. If it's not going to happen to you, why must it happen to the next person? So it is possible. It's not easy because you have to start your life. You have to restructure everything. But believe me, once you go that grieving stage, you'll be a brand new person, and you'll even get annoyed with, why didn't I do this sooner? You know? So I just want to say to people out there, don't stay because of the sake of staying, or for the sake of abantu bazwethini. If it's time, then it's time. It's possible really to start over. Other than staying and it's not working, wenzela bani? Yeah.
Sure, guys, life after divorce. It's very painful, but also we are learning 2 or 3 things.
Yeah.
And yes, now tinazi la uhlelweni lethu conversation with Desiree Minenhle asikhuthaza abantu abahlukanayo.
Yeah.
See, we love family, we love abantu ababhili family, and we encourage people ukuthi uma ekhona amandla but we also don't encourage abantu ukuthi bafe size sibangcwabe, because they are trying to make things, or they are trying to move things that they doesn't want to move.
Or do it for people.
Okay. Because depression is real, and it kills, guys. It kills. Like you can take it kancane, iyabulala. So
that's why, that's why you find couples killing each other.
Exactly.
It goes to that point, you can't get out, so you'd rather kill the next person, and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Always.
I think we learn a lot. Like seriously, we learn a lot, and we wish you a very good life, and we wish you a success in everything.
I'll invite you to my wedding.
Oh, you're getting married?
No.
One
day.
Oh, okay, which means you still believe that one day.
I believe in love, guys. I love love. I'm a sucker for love.
Okay.
Like I want to give love a chance, and I want to be happy.
I love you so much.
No, not you.
Hey guys, this is Conversation with Desiree. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned.
Yeah, guys.
This is Desiree, and this is Daisy. She was our guest, and that is why I'm trying to
cut me.
Because she's a guest, she's not a host today. So yeah. So guys, we thank you so much. Thank you for coming to our show. This is Conversation with Days and Minutes. You know what? You can find our show on Facebook, and every Sunday we are doing a live show. Nahana live show.
Live show, yeah.
You can answer and request. So see me now. So this is the time, the only time you can watch this show here on Facebook, and check us on Instagram, and also check us on our individual account on Facebook. She's Daisy Erickson, and Mina Amineke Shembe.
Yeah.
And even on TikTok, we are there on our individual account. She's Desiree,
yeah,
and I am Minenhle.
Yeah.
Minenhle Shembe. So do that, man. We love you so
Guys,
much.
I know Nivalo Koloma. I just wanted to say, don't forget, we're gonna add a link for our next video. Next video is gonna be very interesting. It's off topic to what we're gonna talk about today.
Oh God.
We're talking about
She's
reels.
back, she's back, she's back. You're back or what?
Yes.
Guys, goodbye. I don't want to talk.
I'm gonna add a link. Bye guys.
Today you're a guest.
Okay.